Welcome back to Tabletop Tactics, and you join us once more in the mortal realms as the undying legions of the Ossiarch Bonereapers spread forth amongst the land to take on the might of the Ogor Mawtribes facing off against Stig. We have something that should not be killable because it's already dead against the hulking brute of the Ogor Mawtribes. And with that, let's hand over to Stig so he can show you what's in his list.
So here we go then, my Ogor Mawtribes. We are a Yule Bard battalion today with Boulderhead as our tribe, because that's the best way to run them at the moment, I think, when I'm learning stuff, but we'll discover that as we go on. Incidentally, if you want to see my first couple of games with the Mawtribes, go ahead and check out On Demand, and you can see my first forays into the Age of Sigmar. Our general is a Frost Lord on Stonehorn. He has Belligerent Charger. He also has the Seat of Alvagar, because it's fun to say. And he has the Voice of the Avalanche. We also have a Huskard on Stonehorn with a Blood Vulture. He has the Pulverizing Hailstorm Prayer, which is nice for extra mortal woundage. And he has the Rockmane Elder for being survivable. We have a third leader. We have a second Frost Lord who is not part of the Yule Bard, who also has the Metal Cruncher mount trait. Battle line, we've got two Mournfang pack of 2, which is very nice, and we have a Stonehorn Beast Raiders unit with the Blood Vulture, Harpoon Launcher, all of the usual things. We do, of course, have a great Maw pot so that we can feed ourselves on all of these bones.
We are back at it again with the Ossiarch Bonereapers. I can't stay away from them because they're just so cool. If you want to check out a really fun game I had with them recently, head over to On Demand, where I took Nagash, because that was an experience. He is a lot. I've toned it down for this game back to kind of my standard Ossiarch Bonereaper list because that was a lot. I need to calm down. So we will start with Arkan the Black. I can't not have Arkan. If I'm not going to have a Nagash, I may as well have one cool Hatman, and it's the only way for me to get a wizard in my list, and they're quite important to have. So we do have Arkan. He's not my general though, because my general is my liege Kavlos. Yes, because that means I can give him the upgrade. So he does have the Load of Saturation, and he is a mighty Arcasonian, so he ignores all modifiers to his saving to his save. And he has +1 to his ward. So he's really tough. I've used that combination before, and it makes him really chonky and annoying to kill. So that's what we're going with. For my battle line, I've got 2 squads of 5 Kavlos Death Riders. I will get there eventually, I do promise, because you need them to get the battle tactics. I have this whole thing about how you have to take certain things in your army to work around the battle tactics, and you can't experiment because then you don't score and then you lose, but we are where we are. I do also have a squad of 10 Mortec Guard. That is my battle line. We then go into the rest of my list. I have got a reinforced squad of Morghast Archive with the weapons. You know the ones I'm talking about, the halberds, that's the one. I knew I'd get there eventually. So, because again, they're really tough, they're really quite scary. I've not taken them reinforced before, so we'll see how that gets on. Hopefully keeps them alive a little bit longer rather than splitting them off and sending them in 2 different directions. And then finally, I have got 2 units of Stalkers. Again, kind of need them in the list to try and get a battle tactic to do with them, and also they're just really, really good killer units, so that's why they are in there. To bring the list round to 2,000 points on the nose, I do have the Soul Snare Shackles. Don't know if I'll use them, but it makes my list 2,000 points, so why not? And I do obviously have my Bone Type Nexus, because maybe it'll do something. It never usually does. It usually just ends up being a big old terrain piece that gets in the way, but there we are. And for my Legion, it is the Petrifex Elite, so I've tried to play into the Hekatos keyword as much as I can, because it just makes them that much tougher. Minusing 1 to incoming damage is pretty nice on already tough units. So that is the list. Will their bones be made into meal, or will... I don't know where I'm going with this. Let's just go into the deployment. Okay.
Today's battle plan is Path of a Champion, a pitched battle from the General's Handbook. 4 predetermined objective markers are placed onto the battlefield. At the start of your hero phase, if any friendly Galatian champions are contesting an objective wholly outside your territory, you can pick 2 battle tactics to complete that turn instead of 1. Each player score victory points at the end of each of their turns as follows. Score 1 victory point if you control at least 1 objective, score 1 victory point if you control 2 or more objectives, score 1 victory point if you control more objectives than your opponent, score 2 victory points if you complete the battle tactic you picked that turn. Each player also scores 3 victory points at the end of the battle if they completed their grand strategy.
Well, here we are, and we have deployed.
Look at this silliness!
Look at this silliness! I mean, admittedly, it's very pretty silliness. I do like the blue on the tusks.
Yeah, with the little bit of gloss to it.
Yeah, it's a good choice.
Yeah,
a good stylistic
I like
choice. Anyway, I deployed first, and you informed me that you could make a first turn charge, so I will be taking the first turn, so I can at least do something.
I understand.
So yeah. My hero phase. And I'm picking the age-old classic, Desecrate Their Lands, because I can quite easily get it with this one in the middle.
And this little tree's in my bit.
Yeah. It is what it is. A bunch of other stuff has happened. You have no wizards, so all of my magic powers have almost gone off. I've managed to get Empower Netherite weapons onto my Archai. I've got Protection of Nagash onto this squad of Stalkers down here. I did attempt to reinforce constructs on the Archai as well for the 4-up mortal wound ward, but didn't go off. I missed it by 1. Great. And my Liege Kavlos has spent a command point on Endless Duty to give my Archai +1 attacks. So they get an extra attack and they have exploding 5s and 6s.
I mean, that's a bit greedy.
Yeah.
I got a command point.
Yeah, I did attempt to get a command point because 8 isn't enough apparently, and I didn't because 8 was enough.
8
apparently.
is enough. You're fine.
Oh, trust me, it's really not. You'll see how fast I burn through them. Using the age-old tactic of just be aggressive, I'm spending a command point to give these guys an extra 3 inches to their move so they can come all the way up here and attempt to charge. Running this way over to the objective, the not horses. I think one of them might be a horse.
No horses.
One is definitely a bird. The Stalkers are just going to start moving forward, and then also the squad with Protection of Nagash. The Horse Lord will just step up kind of to there. Arkan is going to fly over around this way. And these horses will run up and around, hopefully setting up future charges. Well, for once I've not bought anything that can shoot, so we're going to go straight into the charge phase, and it is a single 8-inch charge from my Archai into the lovingly named Nigel.
What have you got against him?
So much, but I do make it on a 9, so I'm going to be moving those in. We're now in the fight phase. I've already piled in. You've roared at me and it did go off, which is quite frustrating because there are some really good command abilities I could put on them, like all-out attack.
Hence I roared at Katie. The model didn't roar at the models, I just roared at Katie and said you can't do it.
And it did terrify me enough to stun me out of it. But you also can't do command abilities because of my Archai ability.
Because you're mean.
Yeah. But I do have +1 attack from the beginning of the turn and exploding 5s and 6s because of Arkan.
Which has gone off a few times.
Yes, which is good because I also missed you quite a bit. So those are your misses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I only missed you once. Fine. It is 3s to wound. Okay.
Dropping 4.
So 2, 4, 6, 7. So when I told you to have 8 dice ready,
you did indeed.
I was close.
Yep, and these are Ren 2, so 5s. So I have dropped 6 of those. The damage is
3. So
lovely.
That would be, I can't do maths that quickly.
15.
18. 6 times 3 is 18.
I'm here to help.
I'm very, very confused and insecure about my abilities to math right now because I just always assume that I'm wrong.
Endless spell does camera, not number.
Yes, yes, and now I'm
His
confusing
power
it.
is trickery and confusion.
Yes, it worked. Right, 5s.
7.
Endless spellcast confusion. It was super
Right.
effective.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. He is
Taking a
alive.
big chunk out of him though.
You have.
Oof.
You have,
how
but
many
he
wounds
has
remaining?
4 wounds remaining.
I did some damage.
Nigel is not very happy and he's going to use his frost spear to skewer a number of these, but I'm told that I'm -1 damage.
-1 damage
very
because
annoying.
my Legion,
Yeah.
which I can't remember off the top of my head.
Especially when he's missed with and not wounded with his frost spear entirely.
Come on there,
Punch
the
and kick you
Archive.
instead.
The Petrified
no.
Elite, that's what they are.
So nothing from Nigel himself. Can his Stonehorn
Nigel
do?
was so angry. He
He's
couldn't
so
even
angry.
hit.
The Frosthorn has hit you twice with its
Okay.
rock hard horns, and it has wounded at rend 2.
Rend to 2, so I have a 6-up save here. I save one of them. What's your damage?
Well, normally 3.
So damage 2, and I have my ward. I ward one of them. I
Of course
take 1
you do.
damage.
And then we miss. Well, with the
Okay.
crushing hooves. Nigel has been useless. Nige.
Right. Well, that is the turn. Nigel was very successful at doing pretty much nothing.
He's not very happy.
He's not. He's really not. I am holding 1, 2, and therefore more objectives because I'm just within 6 inches with that front Death Rider. And I also did desecrate the land because I had to get within 3 inches of that. It wasn't exactly difficult.
No.
But that is my turn. I now have a very ogre-shaped problem for my archive.
Yeah.
But we're just going to have to deal with that as it happens.
It's my hero phrase, and I've used a prayer, Winter's endurance, which has given me some points, some wounds back on Nigel.
He's now only taken 10 wounds.
Yes, because I've also used the Great Moor Pot. So the Great Moor Pot is currently empty. We're going to put some bones in it very
Make bone broth.
shortly, whilst also desecrating the land in
Yes.
the centre, because that's going to be mine.
I attempted to get a command point with my liege, and I didn't. Did you do a heroic action?
I actually didn't do it. Let's, no.
No. Okay.
Starting off with the Mournfang pack, and they are moving around to here. Because of their large base size, they now have this objective. They count as 4 models between those two. And the other Mournfang pack are coming over here. This is mine too. My general, Sue, is making his way around here. This Stonehorn does the same, taking this objective, of course. And Harry is just going to take over the space where Sue was a second ago. The Scalag, which is a great word to say. For my Mournfang pack, he's going to fire his Ironlock pistol.
I'm all out defensing my archive because I have so many command points I may as well.
I have hit. And
Scallywag. Instead of Scalag.
I marked you for Defatrons.
Because of the bad joke.
Rend 1.
Rend 1, but back to Rend of 0 because of my all out defense.
Whatever.
No, what is your damage?
D3.
1.
One.
So my ward save? No, I take 1 more.
I
wound.
saw it happen. We're going to come over to Harry. He's going to fire his Blood Vulture. He does. So take a mortal wound.
Take a mortal wound. I will take 1 more mortal wound.
The twins, the Blood Vulture goes off as well. Another
Okay.
mortal wound.
I do, yep.
And the Harpoon Launcher.
My dice.
Harpoon Launcher does
on the
not.
floor.
Yeah, well, I'll take that one.
No, you can't, it's on the floor.
Damn it. Trampling charge time now. We're going to start off with Sue. He gets the equivalent of 7 on his charge, so he does 2 mortal
Okay.
wounds.
Can I ward them? I ward 1, so I have 1 wound remaining on the damaged guy.
The twins are up next. They actually rolled a 7, so they have done 3 mortal wounds.
I take 3, so you've killed the one guy and taken 2 damage off another.
Nice. And then the Mournfang pack do just the 1.
Just the one on the Mournfang. Yes, you do. So I think I've taken 5 in total, so I'll sort all that out in a moment.
And then we do some more monstrous-y things.
You can do the monstrous actions.
Yes, so I'm going to stomp with the twins, and then the Seat of Alvagar is going to allow me to do Unstoppable Charge and Roar at them.
Yes.
So I'll do Sue first.
Okay.
So he's going to roar at them. He
Yes.
does, so he has roared. I now do 3d6 for a jumpy move. So I could move a 10 if I wanted to. I'm only going to go back and
jumping
forth.
over the unit.
It's fine. And now on a 2+, you will take, oh, of course.
Never mind.
And then the stomp from the twins. Cool.
Is the stomp on a 2 up?
It is.
Yes.
And you take 2, potentially.
I take 2.
So
So I've
it's
taken
7
7 mortal
in
wounds
total.
Okay.
We're going to start off with Sue in the fight phase. So we're going to start off with his Frost Spear. He's hit you 3 times. That is 3 at
3.
a rend 1.
Rend 1, so I have a 5-up save. Damage?
2 these days because of you.
Because of me. 6s? Nope, I take 2 wounds. That does kill 1.
Punchies and kickies. Just the 1, no rend on that one.
I'm fine.
And that is damage 1 anyway, for those playing along at home. The rock hard hooves! No, the rock hard horns. Crushing hooves, rock hard horns.
Yeah.
Yeah. These,
in the end.
yes, because I'm on the charge, I'm back to damage 3 on these ones.
Yes, because -1/+1.
Yeah, but I've only hit the twice.
Okay.
And only 1 at rend 2.
It does go through.
Damage
so
3.
Damage 3. I take 3, so I've taken 5 wounds in total.
And then the crushing hooves have all hit, and these are going to go off on 2s. So that is 4 at rend 1.
Cool. Damage.
D3.
Okay, so it's 2d3.
Yeah. And so
3.
no, because I get +1 on each of these. So that becomes 4, goes back to 3. That becomes 3, goes back to 2. So it is 5.
I take another 5, so that is, I've only got 1 left.
Ooh-wee.
Can my lone remaining Archai topple Nigel? He needs a lot of luck, so it's 3s and 3s.
I don't want him to.
Well, I do still have him power, so I do get the exploding 5. I need all of these to wound. Darn!
Dream is dead.
That is 2 at -2.
See that? I managed to throw that and catch it.
Catch it.
I'm very happy. I'll be happier if I save any of those. I don't.
That is 6 damage.
No.
Yes. Yes.
I mean,
you
literally
can't-
no, because I'm going to ward some of
I
them.
mean,
I've warded none of
oh,
them.
so Nigel's 1 wound remaining. Well, if I double turn you, I might be able to magic him to death.
No!
And of course, by double turn, I mean just get priority because this is your turn.
Yes. The twins now, they've piled in. They are exactly 2 inches, well, just under 2 inches. So it means that punches and kicks are not happening, but the Stonehorn can take its pound of flesh.
Pound of bones.
Yeah, something
Yeah,
like that.
I literally have no flesh.
Yeah, I mean, it's not gone well.
Oh!
No, crushing
you
hooves.
okay?
No. Okay, that's much better.
Okay. You
Twos.
can get 3 wounds through.
I've got 3 wounds through.
Rend?
Rend 1.
5s.
Oh,
Damage.
D3. Plus, oh, it's 1. Oh dear.
I take a wound, but
Yeah.
I am alive.
Nigel! Nigel's going to do it. Nigel's going to do it. This is what was always meant to happen.
Nigel more like no, Jill.
Nice.
And thus, it was always meant to be. The Nigel!
The Nigel phase, as it is so named.
Yes. He's not happy with you.
He's really not.
There you go. That's 2 at a rend 1.
1 goes through.
Damage 2.
Damage 2, is that with the -1?
That's with the -1.
Okay, I've got 1 wound remaining.
Good. He's going to punch
Oh
you.
no, I don't. I only got 6 wounds, and you've already taken 4. He's dead.
Frost spear to the face.
Well done.
There we go.
Yeah, you succeeded.
Nigel succeeded. So I am holding 3 objectives, which is quite nice because of this base. And I got my battle tactic.
We're equally matched, you might say.
Maybe. Let's find out.
Okay.
You going to roll first?
I'm gonna roll first. Oh.
Oh,
I don't even know what happened
that's
there.
a 2 over there.
Well, now it's a 5.
Okay, 6. Oh,
I will definitely be taking that
You sure?
Because I want to kill Nigel.
no.
My turn.
No!
Yes.
Okay.
A couple of things happen. I'm going for an eye as my battle tactic. I'm going to attempt to kill Nigel.
No!
You could say it's a Nige for a Nige.
An eye for a Nigel?
Nigel.
Can we move on?
I'm also spending a command point on Hunt and Kill on this squad of Stalkers here, so they can advance a charge and also move as though they have fly, so I can ignore the terrain.
Oh.
Then we're going to go on to my magic. It might be overkill, but the last like 5
Oh, you
times...
tried to get a command point, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I did try and get a
And
command
I
point,
tried
but
to get
failed.
one.
That's
I didn't
fine.
get one either.
We're equally matched in our failure. Every time I've tried to cast Curse of Years, like for a while, nothing's happened. Might be overkill. Nothing's probably going to happen. Curse of Years on Nigel. I do cast it.
So what happens now?
6, 8, 10. I roll 10 dice. For each 6, you take mortal wounds. It's 2 mortal wounds.
Or is it?
You now shrug.
I'm going to shrug them both. He's dead.
Oh, well, I would have continued to have done mortal wounds. I would have done another mortal wound. Just out of curiosity, because
He's still dead.
I would have done another mortal wound.
He's still dead.
I would have done another mortal wound.
There we go.
I've not had
He would have taken 5 mortal wounds.
Okay, like,
It
Curse of
happened.
Years hasn't gone off in a really long time for me. I needed that, okay? My other powers, I'm
Nige.
going... Nigel deserves it.
No, he doesn't. No,
He really does.
Look at him.
He
He's
really
not
does.
doing anything wrong.
My other psychic powers I'm going to have a little think about. We're in the movement phase. I have advanced these stalkers up to here. I did get Empower Netherite weapons off on them. I also attempted Drain Vitality, but it didn't go off, so that doesn't matter.
So of course I have redeployed. I got a 3, which is just enough for my purposes, I believe, to get them a little bit safer.
I understand. This squad of stalkers, I've auto-run 6, so they are coming all the way up to here. These horses are going to move up and round for a potential charge. And this unit will also move up.
Thank you.
Arkin now. Whoosh. And my liege galloping up behind his retinue. Charge phase, maybe. My stalkers will attempt to go into, what's that one called?
The twins.
The twins, okay.
Yeah. Stonehorn Beast Raiders.
That's a fail. I've got a load of command points. I'm going to re-roll it.
Go for it.
Well, that's
It's
not going to
definitely
work.
failed.
So we'll move on then to my horses on the far side over there. With
These ones.
yes, those ones there, they get a 9. We'll then go with
Fortunately, they failed, so
we'll then go with Arkin, who gets a 6.
also failed, sadly.
And then the other horses with a 6.
Yeah.
So we'll move those around.
Shame all those failed, didn't it? Really?
Yeah, real shame for you there, Stig. Real shame. Well, the charges all went in. I did my unstoppable charge rolls off camera. The squad that rolled a 9 on the charge did nothing. The squad that rolled a 6 did 2 mortal wounds.
Because that's how that works.
That is how that works. So I've moved the smaller squad, or the lower charge squad, in their 6-inch pile-in, and I'm going to attack now. So with my Netherite blades. Okay. I miss you a few times. I do get a couple of exploding 6s in there. Well, it's also worth pointing out the Ossiarch book has been FAQ'd, so I'm not -1 damage, I'm -1 to wound.
Yes.
It's not going to come up over here.
We
don't
think it
made
worked out
any
about
difference.
the same anyway. Like, it would have been fine.
Forced to wound you. So, that is just 2 wounds.
What's the rend, please?
Just 1.
There you go through.
Just damage 1.
Cool.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. My hoofs and my tuffs. So this is 3s and 4s again. They don't get the explodey because they are just horses. 4s. Okay, they always wound you better though. That is 5 with no rend.
Okay, so that is 1 that's gone through and 1 mortal wound that's come back because of my
Can
iron
I
fists.
save the mortal wound? No, I cannot. I just take a mortal wound.
Mornfang pack now, and I'm attacking the unit that hasn't fought me yet, but we forgot to say before that you roared at me.
I roared at you, so you can do anything with Arkin, and I have now all-out defense of those horses because I want to try and keep as many alive as possible.
Which is mean. Anyway,
And
clubs
I
and
think
hackers.
is the word. I almost almost caught it.
You almost caught it.
I didn't though.
I have missed once.
I'll hold on to it for you so you don't get confused.
That is 5 at rend 1.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So back to my 4-up saves because of my... I've made every single one.
Tusks!
Okay.
That's not gone well.
What is happening with your rolling?
Those are 2 at rend 1.
1 goes through.
2 damage.
2 damage. 2 go through. Arkan will attack you then. I mean, he has to. He has no choice. I'm going to start with his Ebon Claws.
He does have a choice. He could repent and move away from a life of violence.
No, I quite like the life of violence, personally. He hits on 4.
That's Katie talking, not the character.
Yep. I do get an exploding 6 though. Oh my goodness, dice are going everywhere. 3 is Luigi. That is 2 wounds on the Ebon Claws -2.
1 goes through.
2 damage.
So 1 is deaded.
Okay, I've then got Safet Car.
Bless you.
Thank you, which hits twice because of an exploding 6. Wounds you once, rend of 1.
Goes through.
Damage 2.
Fine.
And then Kanashan.
Goes on tight.
Thank you. Does not hit.
Yay!
And then he has his Spectral Claws and Daggers because it never ends. I'm sorry. 4s.
Ooh.
You twice. 4 still.
Did you get an explode in there?
No. Just the 1 wound, no rend.
And he still can't make a
Damage
save.
1.
Yay!
Right.
He has 2 wounds remaining.
Okay. So I've now piled in with the other squad of Kavlos Death Riders. I've done the hoofs and the tuffs off camera. I have got 3 wounds through, which is exactly how many you have.
Ah! He's fine.
Okay.
On a wound.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
So
8,
not that fine.
9, 10, 11, 12, because I've got 4 in, including the...
Champion.
Yes. So 3s and 4s.
Sure, it'll be fine.
It's going to be fine because despite missing you 3 times, I actually hit you an extra time because of the explodies.
Yay, because that's how that works.
4s. Okay. That has...
A lot.
Okay. 2, 4, 6, 8. That is 9 at rend 1.
I picked up 9 dice by complete accident. It's
Amazing.
He's
You're a
dead.
psychic.
Oh my gosh. He's yeah. He is.
Just.
He is, but only just.
Yeah, wow.
That was
okay.
yeah.
Well, it just goes to show I needed all of that to go into them to
but
actually
there
kill
were
them.
3 6s in there, so you've taken 3 mortal wounds.
Wounds?
Haha!
Oh. You do actually kill one in return because one was wounded. Well, that was okay. I killed a Nigel and I killed Mornfang, so
Yeah, you did.
successful turn for me. I am holding 2 now. I'm no longer holding more because you are down on this objective down here. And I got my battle tactic because I killed Nigel.
And you decided to carefully stay outside
Yeah,
of 3
I made
inches
sure I was
from
outside
me.
of 3 of your big stuff because
It's mean, isn't it?
scare me. Oh, yeah.
I understand.
But you do get a turn now. I am gracious enough to grant you that.
Yay! Well, here we go. So I'm going to go for an eye and try and kill these weird little
I
beastie
understand. My
doggy horses. And I've also got a command point, which is very nice for Sue.
Oh, you got a command point for Arkan, finally.
Well done, you. And then I'm going to have use the pulverizing hailstorm, which is quite fun. So if I cast this, I pick a point, and then every unit within 3 inches on a 2+ takes D3 more wounds. So anyway, do I cast it? No.
You've been rolling so badly today. I feel for you, Stig. I really do.
Well, with that disappointment, Sue is going to take matters into his own hands and come out and say hello to these folks. The twins are going to hedge their bets and also come around this side. And then Harry is coming over as well. Not forgetting these folks that are also going to deal with these scaly bobs over here.
I might redeploy.
Show in phase and cheeky eye-lonk pistol into the stalkers. Hits. Does rend. Does wound with a rend of 1 is what I was meaning.
Yes?
D3. Just the 1.
I'm fine.
No.
No, I am.
We're then going to do a blood vulture against those scaly bobs in the background. That goes off. Take a mortal wound.
I take 1 mortal wound.
And from the twins, Vulture into the same unit. So it's another one. Do another mortal wound.
I take another mortal wound.
That's 2. You have to bring them back then. And Harpoon Launcher into the squad that needs to die. Fails. He's 3 inches away. How have you missed him? We rolled the charges off camera because they were all really short. But we're going to do the trampoline charges on camera. So I've got an 11 over here. 6s, so just 2 mortal wounds.
Yeah, I take 2 mortal wounds on the Stalkers.
Nice. We will then do Harry's against the first unit of dog ponies. And that goes off 4 times.
I take 3. So that was on the horses?
That's on this unit
Yep,
of
that
horses.
kills a horse.
There was taken 1, so it's got 1 more onto a wound. And then the twins. That is only the 2 this time.
I take the 2.
Cool. And then the same for Sue. Sue only does 2 as well.
Yeah, she does.
He does.
Sorry. I'm easily confused.
So then, monstrous stuff. I've stomped with Harry into that unit and did 3 mortal wounds.
You did 2 mortal wounds.
Which has gone off.
But that does kill another one.
Does kill another one. I've then roared with the twins.
Yep, which went off.
And then unstoppable charge with Sue. Unfortunately, I only got a 6 on 3d6, so could only do it on the unit in front and have done a single mortal wound.
Which I do take. I've also spent a command point on Counter Strike down here, so they will have +1 to wound until the end of the fight phase.
Yeah.
So.
Sue is determined for these horses to die, so all out attacking.
Yes.
Because
I'm all out defensing we're both using our 3 command points that we gained for our
But I
heroic
roared.
actions. Oh yeah, you did roar them, so never mind. I completely
Put
forgot
one
about
more
that.
into your
Well, it's
absolute
our special
Oh
one.
yeah, of course. Anyway,
Apologies.
I've hit all the times with the frost spear.
Okay.
I've wounded all the times with the frost spear, so that's 4 at rend 1. These are damage 3.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9 total. I did a good job of it. How many have I got left there?
You've got 7 wounds.
I have 1 left alive on a wound.
Okay, in that case, I'll punch you.
Well, me personally.
Yes.
You can't just punch me because you're mad at me, Stig.
Oh, okay. I've got 2 wounds. No rend on these ones.
I saved them both.
Oh, fine. Right. The rock
This is how I
hard
respond
horns.
to verbal attacks.
Yes, these are damage 4, which is slight overkill. But, you know, with all that attack means I've hit 5 times. And that is 4 at rend 2.
Damage 4, you say? I'm
Yes.
just going to roll 4 for now.
Ward
No,
that.
I'm dead. I did 1.
Yeah.
Going to come down here next. I have spent a command point on all out attack.
All out defense.
Yep, understandable. They've got +1
Voice
to
of
wound
the avalanche.
from
I can do it anyway.
the Counter Strike. And I've gone with the precision aspect to +1 damage.
Because it's a different face spins round, I'm guessing, from the fact that you're doing this.
Yeah,
That's-
no. So at the start of the combat phase, they choose one of 4 faces. They either get +1 to hit, +1 to save, +1 to wound, or +1 damage.
I don't know what the +1 damage face looks like, but I'm not sure I want to.
Grumpy.
Yeah.
So this will be 2s and 2s. I'm starting with the Spirit Blades.
Ouch.
Well, I hit you 10 times out of 8.
Yep.
Because the explodies. 2s to wound. Kind of comes around. 2, 4, 6, 7 at -2 there.
So 1 mortal wound's gone back and
Okay.
4 have gone through. What is the damage?
The damage 3
Ouch.
is 12 wounds.
Ow.
I'm just going to see if I show the mortal. I do not.
Good.
I almost
Because
killed the
that
horse
might be the only...
with my jumper.
Why am I rolling wards? I don't have wards. That's the unit wiped.
Okay, I'll put my dice away.
Harry has piled into the other horses. I've dropped a dice. Let's see about these rock hard horns.
I have all out defense here using Arkan's free one because you've not rolled at them.
1 wound, rend 2, damage 4.
Wound, rend 2, so it will be a 5-up save. Damage 4.
Yep.
4. I take 4 wounds.
Nice. And crushing hooves.
You have 5 more wounds to get through.
That's 3 at rend 1.
3 at round 1. 2 go through. What's your damage?
D3s. So that is 4.
4. 3 go through.
How many wounds left?
2.
Oh, it's not going to work. Nope.
Oh, so I've got one alive on 2 wounds?
Alive on 2 wounds.
Okay. I actually had 2 more wounds I needed to save because you are on the charge. So
Crushing
this is the
hooves.
+1. I only took 1, so I still have 1 left on a wound now instead of 2. But that's your turn.
Yeah. Anyway, I got my battle tactic, which was nice. I am holding 3 because you're outside of
I'm
6
not within
over
this
here. They're quite scary though, aren't they?
Yeah,
That's the thing.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. But I have removed some stuff over here, so that's a helpful thing. And I've taken care of some grand strategy winning skelly bobs in the
I have
background.
ways to bring them back, so hopefully you don't keep doing that. Would you like to see who's going to go first next turn, though?
I'd like to just go first. Is that okay?
That's not how Sigmar
Okay.
works, unfortunately.
6. Oh.
Which means I win because I went first in the last round, so I'm going to take the priority. Yay! Right. A couple of decisions have been made and I have chosen this one's mine as my battle tactic. I'm going to attempt to kill Harry with my leash.
Finest hour.
I've finest houred my liege.
Yeah.
To that effect.
Yeah.
I've cast a couple of powers with Arcan already. I've cast Drain Vitality on Harry, so he's now -1 to hit and -1 to his saves. And I've empowered the Netherite weapons of my liege, so he's now got exploding 5s as well as 6s. Now I'm going to attempt Curse of Years, Harry.
Oh, you also did a thing over here against Sue.
I can never remember what it's called. My bone
Ballisky
type
thing?
Nexus got the punishment of death off on Sue and did 2 mortal wounds.
Yeah.
So
Didn't order either of them.
wounds everywhere. Curse of Years. Does go off on a 6. Yes, it
+1.
does. Well, he's got +2. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I keep forgetting that. Apologies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How many 6s can I roll to kill Harry?
None!
2.
Okay, save those.
Yeah, let me just remove those.
You've done 1 wound so far.
Okay. Take another wound.
2 wounds.
Now on a 4. Yep.
3 wounds.
Now on a 3. Yep.
4 wounds.
Now on a 2. No. So 4 wounds. Fine.
Ouchie!
And do you know what? I think I deserve it after how Curse of Years has been
He's
treating
got
me recently.
12 wounds remaining.
Perfect for my liege. This wounded squad are just moving over here to take this objective. It's also worth mentioning I did manage to bring back my these guys over here. Whatever they're called, they're healed. And I've also spent a command point so my liege has +1 to his attacks. These stalkers are going to lend some assistance in murdering Harry. My liege is moving forward.
So with that last movement, knowing where everybody is, I've now used redeploy. I got a 4, so I've pulled myself a little bit further away.
Which does make it a 7 for my liege now.
Feel free to fail.
He gets an 8, so
Okay.
he does not fail.
Feel free to fail with all the others.
I'm just going to go with the stalkers next. They get a 5, which won't make it in. I will re-roll that because I kind of need them to get in. That's a 6. I just need to measure that. I did attempt to charge the horse in and failed. And I'm keeping Arkan where he is because your stuff is scary and he's a roadblock.
Yeah, makes
So,
sense.
yeah.
And then I roared at your stalkers.
He did roar at my stalkers, so they can't have any command points, and I need to do my unstoppable charge for my liege. So 7 dice, because I rolled 7. That is just the 1 mortal wound.
That is it. It is.
It is, okay. So I'm going to go straight into my stalkers. I've gone with the damage face on them. It's very grumpy.
Damage.
So what's your
Very-
best damage face? Oh,
Oh, grumpy face.
I feel damaged.
Gwump. You don't want to face the gwump. I'm going to start with the Spirit Blades because the Falchion, I've already piled in off camera, because the Falchion's a 3-inch range, he is in as well. So the Spirit Blades, 3s and 3s. Okay, no Explodies here.
That's right.
That is 4 at -2 on the Spirit Blades, but remember you're -1 to your save already.
Yes.
So your +1 save, -1 save,
yes.
and then it's -2.
And an all-out defense I would have done as well, of course, because I've got the command points to be able
So
to
it's essentially
do it.
-1 from your base save.
Yeah. Yes. Hang on. I got 2 plus
It's rend
ones.
1, essentially.
Thank you. Someone explain simple maths to me. 2 have gone through.
Okay.
What is the damage?
Damage 2 on those, so 4 total.
So 1 damage.
1 damage, and then the Dread Falchions. Fails to hit you. Swiftly moving on.
With all the ups and downs, Harry is now looking at 5s to hit against the Liege. He's hit the once. He will
Okay.
wound you on 2s, weirdly. So he has wounded.
I have a 3-up save
Rend
because
2,
my
it doesn't matter.
Martian. I'm fine.
Fine. And then Crushing Hooves. We've hit just the once, which we wound with.
3-up save. Does go through.
D3.
Oh, there you go. There's your dice back. 1. So he's got a 5-up ward because he's got a +1. He is fine.
Oh, that was the. I've done that the wrong way round. That was a punch and kick, which was damage 1 anyway. And that is Crushing Hoof. That is. Yes, has wounded.
A wounded?
Yes.
3-up save. I'm fine.
Fine.
He's
Ouchie.
a really annoying roadblock.
He's really annoying.
Yeah, he is. Liege Kavlos down. This is the important one because he's the one I need to kill you to get my battle tactic. I have used my free command point from the Will of the Legion's ability to use Bludgeon to give it an extra rend. I've already done her Centifs and done a single damage. Now, it's his finest hour, and I've got a bunch of other stuff on him, so there'll be crazy stuff happening. And I've got
Got 9
+1
wins
attack.
to get through.
Yes. So, 3s to hit you. With exploding 5s and 6s.
Only 1
extra
explode.
time. 2s to wound because of the +1 to wound because of finest hour.
That's a lot of 1s. That's a lot of 1s. Wow. Okay.
Did I just roll 5 once?
Yeah, you did.
Cool. 2 wounds. Minus on a 5-up save.
Saves them both.
Cool.
Harry's a weapon.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I just want to, for reference, my liege had +1 attack, +1 to rend, +1 to wound because of finest hour, and exploding 5s and 6s.
Yeah. I've also just realised I was getting -1 to wound me as well because of Elder. So, what card? Elder. So.
Well, I mean, it
Yeah.
didn't matter because I didn't roll any 2s, so
Yeah.
that's fine. That is the turn I didn't get my battle tactic, but I am now on this objective, so I am holding 2, not more, but we'll
2.
see. But 2, yeah.
2 is better than none.
Do you know what? You make a very good point. And with that, I think we can agree that we're both correct and we both win.
Yay!
Cool.
Now
you
I'll
don't
kill
need
you.
a turn. Oh, okay.
My command phase, hero phase, thingy phase.
Phase of things happening.
Phase of things happening. What's the one I'm killing a unit? That's the thing I'm doing in battle tactic. I've forgotten
This
its
one's
name.
mine?
That's it.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's going to happen. I'm going to kill these stalkers
Okay.
because I don't like them. I also used my great Moor pot, having thrown stuff in
It's
previously.
a good bone broth.
So, weirdly, Sue only got 1 boon back, but Harry got whole 3 back, which is very nice. He then went ahead and cast Winter's Strength on Sue, and also Sue got a free command point. So,
So did my
Yeah.
liege.
yeah, I mean, let's not talk about my lead. So that's it. We're going to go into my movement. It's going to be a quick turn. Before you write that comment about me forgetting Grasp of the Everwinter, I've not. Kind of bad. But right. So on a 2+ on the stalkers. Sorry, on a 3 or less, I should say. So I am taking D3 mortals. You are taking 2 mortals.
I take 2 mortals.
And then on the liege, it does not go off because that's a 5.
The liege.
The twins go in there. That was hard. And then Sue is coming all the way around here. I'm going to turn around because he looks cooler if he's facing this way. Sue is going to charge into the Stalkers with a 7. Always a 7, despite belligerent charge, meaning I get a 7 anyway. And then the twins are going to go into Archon. Archon?
Archon.
Yeah.
Archon.
Yes.
Yeah, just.
Just.
Wow.
Just.
Okay. Well, because you are going into the Stalkers, I'm going to spend one of my liege's free command points to give them counter-strike, so they get +1 to wound.
I understand.
You also did your shooting and nothing happened.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I did all that.
Oh, you
I
killed
did
one of my Mortec guard,
Yeah.
which I can bring back in my next turn.
All right. Okay, going to do some trampling charges next. With the trampling charge over here, I did a 2 mortal wounds.
But one
was
mortal wound.
Only 1 over there.
I've rolled at you with Archon as well, for what it's worth.
Yeah, I haven't got that yet. I've got a trampling charge over here, and then I'm going to do some unstoppable charges and stuff. I will stomp. I can't stomp, can I?
Can't
Can
stomp
do.
another monster.
What's
You
the
can
what's the other monstery one? Monster on
Oh,
monster.
Titanically dual.
Thank you. Anyway, trampling charge here. So that is just the 2. He
the
has
2?
not been doing well in his trampling charge rolls.
That is 2. So
Very
I've got 1 wound
nice.
remaining on 1.
Very nice. So my unstoppable charge from Sue, I've rolled off camera to see, and both the liege and the Stalkers will take D3 mortal wounds. So on the liege, just the 1.
He takes it.
And on the Stalkers, the big 3, please take that.
That's done very well. I do take 3, which does kill 1 and takes 2 wounds off another.
Right, Frost Spear time.
I am going
Oh
with
yes, all out attack.
All out defense, and I'm also having the blade parry aspect, so I currently have +2 to my save.
No! So I've hit 3 times with the Frost Spear, so this is back to wound
I'm
on
-1
3s.
to wound because they are Hekatos. Very complicated. Lots of things
Lots of
happening.
stuff. That's a problem because he's not wounded a single time with his Frost Spear. Punches and kicks. He's hit all the time. He has wounded twice. No rend on these ones.
No rend at all.
Nope.
So I have a 3-up save. 1 goes through damage.
Just damage 1 on a punch.
Yep, I take it.
So there's 6 wounds left at the moment.
You roll. I'll quickly do the maths in my head.
The rock hard horns. It's not gone well.
7 wounds left.
Only the 1 at rend 2.
Rend 2, so I just go back to my 4-up save. Damage.
4. Wow.
1.
Okay.
We've taken 5 wounds on that unit in total.
Hit twice with the crushing hooves. Wounded twice. Rend 1.
Rend 1, so 3-up. I'm fine.
That's it.
Oh, okay.
Sue has whiffed.
Yeah.
Whiffed hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ouchie.
I will go with Archon next, and I will spend a command point on all-out attack.
Makes
Because-
sense.
Yes.
You roared at me, so I can't do all out defense.
I'm going to start with my Ebon Claws, so this will be 3s to hit you. 1 explodey, so I hit you all the times. And then it will be 3s to wound. Okay, so that is 4 wounds at -2 rend.
That's 2 that have gone through. What's the
That's
damage?
4 damage total.
So that's 1 wound.
Okay. The Spectral Claws and
Weirdly.
Daggers. These are the mounts, they don't get explodes, and they only hit on 4, so I only hit you twice there. I do not wound you. He has Zephet Ka on a 3 and on a 3. Yes, -1. Damage
through.
2. Okay. And then Kanash An is a 3 and a 3. Never mind. Although, because I did manage to do at least 1 wound to you, I heal myself.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes, that happened. Whilst it won't give me my battle tactic, I'm going to do Harry into the Stalkers because I could do with trying to at least thin them
Get
a
rid of
little
them.
bit more, and the liege is a bit annoying to deal with.
Yeah.
Rock hard hooves, rock hard horns, 3 times.
These are -1 to wound, don't forget.
Does not matter. 2 wounds, rend 2.
So 4-up save because my 2 pluses, I'm fine.
Crushing hooves.
That's something like the Jeopardy.
Yeah. Yeah, you like that.
Theme.
That is 2 at rend 1.
With the -1 to wound.
1 at 1 and 1.
Goes through damage.
D3. Big 3.
I take the 3, so you have killed 1 more.
Okay, that's important. And then punchies and kickies.
Ooh!
Harry's not happy with me.
He's really not, is he?
1 with the -1. Sorry, 2 with the -1.
1 goes through, damage.
1.
1. I take 1 more wound. So I've taken 4 in total. So I do have 1 left. Stalker now will fight you back. It's the Dread Falchions. So are you -1 to wound or anything?
I am -1 to
So
wound.
this will be 3s and 4s. I hit you the once. I do not wound you, so we'll go straight on to my liege.
My liege.
His hoofs, toofs, and barbed tails. I am going to spend his extra free command point to give him +1 red.
Makes sense.
Because I can.
Yeah.
So 3s to hit you. These are the mount, so I don't get explodies here. 4s to wound because of the -1. Okay, that is 4 at -1 rend.
-1.
-2 rend because of the
Minus
extra
2.
rend. Yep.
3 go through, and
That
damage is 1.
1 damage, yep.
That is 3 wounds.
Okay, and the Commander's Blade. These will be on 3s. See, it would have been nice if I did those the other way around. And 4s because of the -1. Just the 1 at -2.
Goes through.
2 damage.
1 damage.
damage,
So
okay.
4 damage in total.
Yep, so he's taken 8 wounds.
Yes.
Okay.
Considering how much I've whiffed this turn, this is when the twins, who are supposed to just be a roadblock, are going to one-shot him.
Yeah.
That's how this works. Right, rock hard. Horns. Maybe not, with only hitting once with a horn. And failing
not
to wound.
Right.
Crushing
Arkin
hooves.
is
Yes.
okay. This has been a really weird game for dice rolls.
That's 2 at rend 1.
2 at rend at once, have a 4-up save. I save them both.
Great. Ignore what I was saying. That is 2 at no rend with the punchies.
1 goes through. Damage?
1 damage.
I take a damage.
So,
1 shot, baby!
yeah, the stone horn looking like horns like that. No, it's an ogre just going schmuck. Yes. So, yeah, I've got 2 objectives.
Yep.
Woo! No battle tactic for
Hello,
me.
in my turn.
Yeah, no battle tactic for me. But I would like the priority roll now.
And then after you.
It's your
my
turn because
okay.
it's.
Okay. I'm gonna take the turn, I'm sorry. We are in my hero phase and I have picked the battle tactic Unfeeling Recursion, I believe it's called. Essentially, I have to heal 3 units with Runic Constructs and not have any models from that unit slain until the end of the turn. So
Ooh.
I have got this unit here, and potentially my liege if I fall back with him, that I will be able to do that on. Arkin has healed himself. He has healed the Stalker in combat and brought back a horsey next to him. He has also got Mystic Shield on the Lone Stalker down there, gone off, and Drain Vitality on to
Sue.
Yes, Sue. And now I'm going to,
I failed to get a command point.
You did fail to get a command point. I also failed to get a command point. I'm going to Curse of Years onto Harry. Which does go off.
Don't know what you've got against Harry.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I just don't like him very much.
It's just really mean.
Because my little brother's called Harry. So naturally I spike when I say that. Okay, so that is 5 mortal wounds.
Harry!
I'm sorry, Harry, if you're watching
Kill
this.
Harry!
Yep, he's taken 5.
5, and then it's on 5s now, so another 2.
Yeah. So
Now
hang
it's-
on a second. So he's
taken
taken 7. He has 1 remaining.
4s.
I'm just going to turn it to 40k
1 more.
style just for my brain. Yep.
Harry!
Harry's dead.
Sorry, Harry.
Harry explodes.
We hate you, Harry!
Harry explodes, unfortunately, and does d6, flat 6 mortal wounds everywhere.
Yeah.
Just to your units.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, you join us at the end of the movement phase and quite a lot has happened. So these guys down here have run 6, just trying to get as far away from you as possible and get us round as far as possible.
Because you know about my grand strategy.
Because I know about your grand strategy is I can't be in your deployment zone, your territory. My liege, he has moved as far out of combat as possible because he didn't have to retreat, so that's very nice. These horses down here have run, they did get a 6 on their run, back here to just kind of make sure I'm on the objective and stay as far away from you as possible. And then I spent 3 command points on reknit constructs. This squad is fully healthy. They regained 2 wounds, so one is now just taken a wound, and my liege is now fully healthy. And that gets me my battle tactic because there should be no way for you to kill any of those by the end of this turn.
Yeah.
Maybe in your turn, but not in mine. So that is my battle tactic.
And the concern now is because he's so far away from my only battle tactic left is the one where I throw him in the moor pot. But I can't do that when you're all the way over here.
Very difficult.
And then they're going to be wandering into my zone over there.
Which means you'll have to deal with both of them.
Sue's got a very busy turn coming up.
Well, I managed to get my battle tactic, so that's very good for me. And
yes,
I'm
you did.
Still holding 2, but not holding more because we've kind of created our own little borders there. But that is my turn.
Yeah, I really whiffed on the way back. I needed to get rid of this stalker to have Sue have any chance of dealing with stuff.
Yeah.
And potentially I needed to have dealt with Arcane as well. Neither of which happened. So I'm going to have to check my battle tactics again, see if there's any way I can get anything else. We'll be back in a second. So at the beginning of my hero phase, the grasp of the Everwinter goes off. Sue deals with this stalker and then rides off into the sunset. Essentially, I can't get any more points. So that is only more battle tactics. And therefore, I can't stop your grand strategy either.
And I can quite easily stop yours because I've got 2 units. You've now got 2 turns to deal with both my liege, which you've already found is really hard to kill. And then these guys, which again, in this turn, if you try and go for them, I've got a command point so I can all-out defense them. I mean, you can roll, but I can also do the minus the +1 to my save aspect, which keeps them very much alive. So the likelihood you're going to deal with both of those in 2 turns is unlikely. So they're likely to be at the end of battle round 5 in your territory. Denying your grand stratagem, while you can't deny mine with these guys back here.
No. Because I've only got 1 single blood vulture, but you would automatically be able to get 1 back.
You can't get any more battle tactics, which puts me net 1 up more on you, because I've already gained 1 this turn. And we then go into battle round 5, and I've got a couple that I could potentially do.
Exactly. And if I brought the twins over to try and help out, then you just walk onto this.
I just walk onto the objective, and I get an extra point for holding more.
Yeah. So either way. So yes. Thank you for the game.
Thank you. That was incredibly
It was good fun.
I'm very much enjoying the Age of Sigmar.
Yes, exactly. Get involved. Jump on over to On Demand to watch more Age of Sigmar and other ogres. See the birth of Sue and
try and figure out that whole mess and how that started.
But yes, I'm very much enjoying the ogres. They are a lot of fun. It is interesting with them that they can. Like sometimes you just get.
Today was not a good showing for them, but that's just, I mean, dice rolls.
Absolutely. But they're still fun because they do silly things, which makes it a lot of fun to do.
I personally, I'm really enjoying the Ossiarch Bonereapers. I really do like the new book. The units we have, I want more of. So the Stalkers and the Archai. The Archai running as a group of 4, I know I lost them in turn 1, but they're really powerful going into.
I had to put so much in to deal with them.
And when you consider most of the other studio armies we have don't have big single units, like they're not knights.
Yeah,
so,
exactly. So
I think they could do some nasty damage, especially with the survivability of the Petrifax Elite, which is just bonkers.
Yeah.
But what a fun game. Thank you so much for joining us here today, Stig. Thank me for being here. Thank us, our Endless Spell, for causing endless confusion. Yes. Yep. And thank you all so much for joining us. You're the best. And we'll catch you in another video very soon. Goodbye.
Bye.